There was this meme going around online, I think it was last year or year before, where they had Ryan Gosling as Black Panther. It came out because they were doing all this set of race swapping and stuff in comics and MCU and all of this nonsense. And people were like, well, maybe they could just make Black Panther white. And everybody was like, nah, they ain't gonna do that. They stripping this thing, a thing, and the other. Well, Marvel decided we're going to do it. We're gonna make Black Panther white. Oh yeah, it happened. So let me get into this article here from Bounding into Comics, right? Marvel Comics introduces T'Challa's white son, Katima, as future Black Panther and King of Wakanda. Yes, that's him right here. White skin, blonde hair, blue eyes, apparently. So I'll go through what the article has to say and give some bit more information in regards to it. In a move that is sure to cause the exact explosion of discourse it was intended to. Yeah, because that's really what they want to do. Marvel Comics has kicked off their latest visit to their Marvel Knights imprint with the revelation that at some point in the near future of Earth 616, T'Challa will find himself challenged for both Wakandan throne and the Black Panther by its heir apparent, his blonde-haired, white-skinned son, Katima. So Marvel is doing their Marvel Knights run again. They had some pretty interesting stories within their Marvel Knights stories before. And this one is set in the near future when T'Challa is older and, he's being challenged for it. Now, the thing about it is that in the story itself, it isn't actually a bad story. Relatively speaking, they really dig it overall, to be honest with you, because it's set in the future. T'Challa is older, and basically the Wakandan throne has like zero power anymore. Right now, Wakanda is being run by a parliament, and really the only thing that the Wakandan king has to do is just make an heir. That's really it. So that's what's going on. But we'll get, this whole thing with Katima is more to come. So the story is called The World to Come, right? And or more to go in relief to that. Unbelievable as it may seem, this twist to Wakandan canon was confirmed in the debut issue of Christopher Priest and Joe Quesada's new Marvel Knights The World to Come miniseries. Now, Christopher Priest has written Black Panther before and some other stuff. His run on Black Panther was actually pretty interesting. It was good. Certain things about it was actually really memorable. And that's to make it known when in case anybody don't know, Christopher Priest is black. But that is important, right? To say that. The latest title in the Marvel Knights imprint was originally created by Quesada to denote those books that were a bit too edgy for the publisher's general audience. The World to Come flings readers into the near future of the Marvel Universe to find a Wakanda embroiled in political unrest as a new resistance group known as the Aquamarines wages an ongoing coup attempt against the country's traditional ruling regime. Resistance group is called Aquamarines. That doesn't sound badass at all. They couldn't call themselves something different, like, I don't know, the Shadow Force or something, like Aquamarines. You can imagine that? Oh no, the Aquamarines are coming, they're blowing up stuff. Let's all walk calmly out because no one gives a shit. That name isn't striking fear into anybody. Like, the hell were they thinking with that name? Good lord, boy. There's some footage here from it. Blow up the Dora Milaje, and there they come to get somebody and all of that. As to how the world's most advanced nation found itself in such a state of disarray, It is soon revealed that the heart-shaped dominoes began to fall when its current king, T'Challa, is met with a formal combat challenge for the throne by his son, Katima, a formidable masked warrior who has found himself fed up with his father's indifference towards his people's autonomy. So yeah, it's clear this is some kind of political something or another that they're doing here. It's not like this. I mean, Marvel Comics has had to do some things in the past. Well, in the past, when they're doing some kind of shock moments to try and get you that, that whole Hail Hydra thing. I mean, if Katima says Hail Hydra, there's not gonna be something else. What? I mean, it's what they've done, kind of shock moments here. I don't think this is going to be any different. But the whole thing about, son challenging his father because he's fed up with his father's indifference towards his people's autonomy. Personally, I have never seen a problem with Wakanda having a royal family. I mean, it's not to say like the people there are suffering in any way at all. Wakanda is the most advanced nation in the entire Marvel universe, at least it used to be before they freaking ruin it. You know, people were living good, things were going great, everybody was happy. Not a problem with it. I keep saying not everything needs to have some kind of, oh, we need to get rid of the ruling family and bring in some kind of parliament council. Not everything needs to do that. Black Panther, one of the things that made Black Panther such a cool character is the man always carried himself with this dignity about him. He never used to play this kind of stuff. He was a badass warrior and all that stuff like that, no problem. But he was king of Wakanda and he damn well made sure you knew that. You did not disrespect Black Panther at all. If you did that, he would beat the shit out of you and tear down anything that you have. You don't disrespect that man. You don't disrespect his country. You sure as hell don't attack it because you will be very, very sorry. That is what used to make Black Panther so freaking cool. But they had to take care and ruin all of that. Though he easily proves himself the more competent warrior, T'Challa finds himself unable to bring the challenge to an end, as thanks to his son's adamant refusal to voluntarily surrender, the one way to do so would require him to outright kill Katima. Mistaking his father's mercy as patronization, Katima ultimately brings things to a close after he flies into a rage in doing so, taking his father by surprise and dropping him with a brutal 3-hit combo. This is it here. As you could see, Black Panther, well, as you can see with T'Challa here, he's older. He's much older. This is set in the future. So that's what's happened here. He knock him down, and then that's who you see T'Challa, they cannot get back up, and that's what it is. So then he goes on to say, blame whom you will, traitorous Lord. This destiny is your doing. Set in motion before I could even walk. I am king now. Wakanda, and then he goes on to say, is mine, and you see the big reveal that he is white and blonde here, right? With T'Challa unable to stand, Katima turns to the elders of Wakanda and formally declares himself the country's new top cat. Proclaiming, I am king now, Wakanda is mine, the new Black Panther proceeds to remove his mask and reveal himself to his new subjects. And much to their surprise, rather than a black-skinned African, T'Challa's son sports far paler skin and blonde hair than his fellow countrymen. At current, outside of his existence, physical appearance, and hatred of his father, no further details have been presented regarding Katima's background. Notably, the issue reveals that at some point following his divorce from X-Men mainstay Storm, T'Challa reunited with his first fiancée, Monica Lynn, and the two eventually became pregnant. Given Katima's complexion, it seems unlikely that Monica, a black woman, is his actual mother. Yeah, because, like I say, she is black, so it is. Thus, current speculation suggests that the new king of Wakanda may by T'Challa's son by another yet-to-be introduced woman or an orphan he adopted and brought into his legacy, a la Batman and his various Robins. Yeah, so all of that. They see him here with Monica. She's pregnant, and that's what's going on here. It should also be noticed that in regards to the canon status of Katima and his time ruling over Wakanda, the exact classification of Marvel Knights, A World to Come, is a bit complicated. While every book that has thus far released under the Marvel Knights banner has been set firmly in Earth 616, the fact a world to come takes place at a vague point in the future invites confusion around whether or not the book is considered full-on mainstream canon. To this end, as explained by Priest himself in an interview with Adventures in Portes Comics, our Black Panther is our world to come. It's completely our own vision of the near future. It's not tied into any other bit of Marvel continuity, which gives us enormous freedom to do things like have Lockjaw show up. So we were very happy about that. So yeah, as I said, this is T'Challa here on the throne because like it's set in the future, he's older and he's died and all of that. So ultimately, more information regarding Katima's history, canon status, and tenure as Black Panther will come to light when Marvel Knights: The World to Come, Volume 1, Number 2 hit shelves on July 9th. Right, so the whole thing about it is this is the new Black Panther that they have done with this is this Katima and he's white and that's what's going on. And yeah, it's shocking and Marvel is doing this because they want to get some kind of reaction out of it and that's what's going on. My thing about it is though, all these people who love to say that Miles Morales is Spider-Man, and anytime you say no, they want to fight you down with it. Or those who want to say that, Falcon is Captain America, and anytime you say no, they want to fight you down on it. Or even those who want to say at some point, Stephanie Brown is really Robin, even if she was like Robin for like maybe 2 issues or something. So that's all of that. You can't say nothing now. Because if Miles Morales is supposed to be canon, if Falcon Cap is supposed to be canon and Stephanie Brown is supposed to be canon, then clearly the white guy with Black Panther is supposed to be canon because the race swapping can't go in one direction, people. Can't work like that. You understand? You all fight not anybody who tries to talk about legacy and how they shouldn't do these things and all that. No, but apparently it's supposed to be okay. So I'm just saying they can't say anything at this point because it cannot go in just one direction. If you are willing to accept the fact that Miles Morales is Spider-Man, Falcon Cap is Captain America, Stephanie Brown is Robin at one point, who else there? Two else there? So up. Boy, oh God, so many of them I can't even remember fan anyone. But all the others, if you're willing to say that all these race swaps and gender swaps and sexuality stuff and all of this stuff is canon, then you can't complain about this. Because like I say, it can't go in just one direction. But of course, once Blue Sky and Twitter hears about this, but especially Blue Sky, it's going to be problems galore. Because them always have a pretty issue with everything that doesn't line up with whatever it is they want to do. So this is what it is, people. Marvel has done it. They have got out there and they have put out an issue where Black Panther is now a white guy. That's what it is. They literally made the meme real. That's what they've done. So we can't say if, ands, buts, or maybes in regards to anything at this point. This is what it is. And like I said before, I say again, all these people who complain and say all these kind of things, you all can't say anything at this point because it can't just work in one direction. People, it's gonna work in the next. And I just have a laugh over this because my whole thing about it is Black Panther is Black Panther. That's T'Challa. That's what I'm working with in regards to it. When they tried to make Shuri Black Panther, that didn't last. You understand me? And so it keep going. Stop trying to mess with legacy characters. It doesn't work. You can make your own and do what you have to do. But clearly this was done for some shock factor, and we will see what happens with it. how it progresses and what becomes of it, most likely he's going to be the villain. That's kind of a given when it comes to them. He's most likely going to be the villain. That's most likely what they're going to do with this white Black Panther, if I could call him that. Yeah, that's most likely what they're going to do. But I just said, all those who love to back Miles Morales, I think you all can't say anything at this point. Really, you can't say anything at this point. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. You have a different opinion. I'd love to hear it. If you like, if you want to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.